What's going on, guys? It's Mark from Finished Mobile Detailing, and in this video we're going to show you guys the process of how we wash, clay, polish, and protect this vehicle. Now let's get to it. Alright guys, before we start this video, I know the holidays are around the corner. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you guys a gift with a 14-day free trial with Jobber. Jobber is the #1 app for any mobile detailer or any entrepreneur out there that's trying to upgrade their business. The reason why I use Jobber is because it helps me get organized and stay on time and on task. So if anybody's interested, make it a checkout in the description down below for a 14-day free trial. And other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the holidays. Now let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so before we wash the vehicle, we're gonna start with the wheels. Reason being, we don't want all that grime going on the top of the paint. So let's get to it. As you see right now, the wheels are pretty cooked. So we're gonna rinse it down. So after we finish hitting the wheel, we're gonna use Knockout diluted 1-to-1. We're gonna spray it on the tires to remove any of the tire shine. Then I'm gonna hit the wheel with Knockout. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys use for a tire and wheel cleaner. So after we're done spraying it, now it's time to agitate it. We're gonna use a wheel woolly to go inside the barrel. After we're hitting the barrel, we're gonna be using this for the face of the wheel. So the next thing we're gonna do is hit the tires with our tire brush. The next thing we're gonna do is hit the wheel wells with solution diluted 3-to-1. Then we're gonna use this brush right here to get inside the wheel wells. Now after that, we're gonna rinse it down. Alright guys, so we just finished hitting all the wheels. So now the next thing to do is do a pre-rinse. So we got right here the MJJC foam cannon V3. We're gonna be using P&S wide open to break down all the grit and all the debris on the surface of the vehicle. Reason being, you don't wanna come through and rinse down the vehicle and then start agitating because you're gonna scratch and put more swirls onto the paint. So we're gonna foam it down. So after we're done foaming down the vehicle, the next thing to do is rinse it down. We let it sit for at least around 30 seconds to a minute, just to give it more dwelling time, but it is hot outside, so you don't want to let it dry on the paint. So we're gonna start from top to bottom. Reason being, why we start from top to bottom, whatever comes up must come down. All right guys, so we finished rinsing down the vehicle. Next thing to do is foam it down again. So now it's time for the contact wash. We got flat out swim shine supply we're gonna be using for our contact. So let's get to the agitation process. Always start from top to bottom. You wanna bring all that dirt up and start scratching the vehicle. Oh. So now I flip over my mitt, come through. Now I got my other washman over here. Come through and agitate it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys rock with Shine Supplier's flat outs. Now working our way to the bottom. Flip over my mitt. So let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite soap. Right now, what you guys rocking with. Right now, my arsenal, I have 3D pink soap from 3D. It's pretty good. The reason why I picked that product, because it's a versatile product. You can use it on wax, ceramic coated vehicles, any vehicle that you're looking to wash a vehicle or a car. Also, right here with my buddy First Class, and this is how we collaborated on the project. On this car right here, he's rocking with Pearl shampoo from Cleantech, which is a good brand as well. Reason being, you always want to have a good soap in your arsenal to make sure it's super slick and easy to use. We had a debate last time if rinseless versus traditional soap. Let me know what you guys are rocking with in the comments down below. For me, it's a case by case kind of thing where you can use maintenance on regular cars, like maintenance. And then for the cars that are pretty hammered, I like to use a regular traditional soap. But I know it's possible you could get it done using rinseless. So we got the Detail Factory screw ball right here. When it hit the grill, and agitate it. Make sure to get those emblems, because these are the parts that get missed a lot when you're hitting a vehicle. The worst thing is to have dirt and grime on the emblems when you're finishing washing it or getting it dialed in. So after you finish washing the vehicle, I'm gonna have the mitt on the stick off camera. It's because it's the way the sun is angled. We're gonna rinse it down and start cleaning it. All right guys, now we finished hitting a contact wash. The second step is to rinse it down. So let's get to it. So the next thing we're gonna do is clay the vehicle using a synthetic clay. I was surprised using this P&S clay block how good it is. I haven't used any clay towels yet, so drop it in the comments down below. Which clay towel or claymate do you prefer, or block? So we're gonna be using this today. We got rinseless in the bottle, and we're gonna be spraying the panel down and coming through and agitating it using a rinseless. The great thing about these pads right here, they're not gonna put a lot of swirl marks compared to a traditional clay bar. If you use a traditional clay bar, you might induce a little bit of micro marring and swirling in the paint. So we're gonna be come through and decontaminating it. I like to keep it lubricated. Great thing about having rinseless in your arsenal, very versatile. And as you see, we're just working pretty fast. We can clay this car less than 5 minutes, just because using this clay block, it has a lot of coverage compared to the traditional ones. You're gonna have a little piece of clay. It's not gonna hit everything because how tiny it is. So this clay block is just overall better, in my opinion. The one who put me onto it is right here, George, on the camera from First Class. I'm not a big synthetic kind of guy. I used to like traditional all day, every day, but I'm starting to get the hang of these synthetic clay bars. And I honestly prefer these over now than the the regular clays. But drop it down in the comments below. What do you guys like? Love to hear you guys' opinions. So just like that, we clayed it this section less than a minute. Then let's move on to the other side. So as you notice, when we're hitting the clay, you can hear the contaminations. It sounds like kind of like sandpaper. So make sure when you're hitting the clay, make sure to feel it after. If you feel any roughness, you just come through and hit it again. And you just gotta press not too hard on the clay block. Reason being, the clay is gonna be doing the work for you. But yeah, just when I'm cleaning right now, I'm just having my hand, feeling it, see if I have any contamination. And you'll notice once it starts feeling slippery that the contamination on the surface is starting to wear off, and it's going to be on the clay block or getting removed. You can feel it when you start hitting a new side. You can feel all the roughness on all that texture. So that's another tip as well. So after we're done cleaning the vehicle, we're going to come through and hit it, and then after we're going to show you guys our process on how we dry it, and then we're going to polish it. All right guys, so we just finished washing the vehicle, got it all dialed in, dried off. Now we did majority of the paint correction on the other side. So we're gonna show you guys how we polish the paint. As you see right now, the surface has a lot of holograms, a lot of swirl marks. I don't know what happened to the last person that owned this vehicle, but they just try to do some type of paint correction and they didn't get it done. So they're gonna get it done by us, collabing together. So we're gonna be using the DIY gold standard polish today. We got a yellow Roots pad wool. We're gonna try to do a test spot. Honestly, this one was sent to us by Ivis. We're gonna try it out today, see the comparison. The other one to go against is the 3D one. This one is my go-to, has a lot of working time. It's really slick, and it just overall, it's really versatile. So we're gonna try this one. We're gonna compare the two, see what it looks like. I'm gonna do a small spot right here. You don't wanna work, you wanna work shoulder to shoulder. You don't wanna go 5 feet out this way and 5 feet out that way. You wanna stay shoulder to shoulder to give you more cutting time. So let's go run the polisher real quick. So I only did 2 drops on my polisher, spread it out, now let's work it in. I'm gonna put another 2 drops on the surface because it's a little hot on the panel, so it's just kind of evaporating. I'm gonna put 2 more drops. So after we see the panel all done and dialed in, now I'm gonna come through and wipe it off using a fresh microfiber towel. So wiping it down, and as you see, majority of the swirl marks is gone. I didn't hit a little bit right here just because I didn't want to hit the tape line, but other than that, as a good one step, I say we remove around like 85 to 90% of the scratches or the defects compared to this side right here. This side has a lot of holograms, a lot of defects on this one, a lot of wash marks, rotary marks, etc. So I'm gonna wipe down this one right here, and then we're gonna compare it to the 3D one. So after we're done hitting that side, I'm gonna blow it out with the Tornador. This is a great tool as well to clean your pads. Now we got the 3D one right here. We're gonna put 3 drops on the pad and then come through, spread it out, and then get it going. All right, so we just finished hitting our pass. What I like to do is hit the product until it's almost clear, and I'll come through and wipe it off. And as you see, the 3D level 1 got majority, I would say around just a tad bit more compared to the DIY side. The reason why I feel like just a tad bit is just because the 3D one has a lot of oil inside of it, so it has a lot of working time. But let me see this side right here. So as you see, 3D one, it's almost the same, but drop it down in the comments below. What do you think did better? Let's remove that tape line and see the difference between the two. So as you see, both our products are amazing. I just feel like this has a little bit more working time since we're a mobile, the 3D one compared to the DIY. If we're in a closed environment, I would say the DIY has a little bit more cut, but it is drying a little bit more in the sun. As you see, the 3D one, it's a little bit oily and it has a lot more working time, but I would say I like both of them to keep them in the arsenal because they're both versatile products, and I highly recommend both. So we're gonna hit majority of the vehicle and get it all dialed in. Then we're gonna show you guys the process on how we ceramic coat the vehicle, and let's get to it. All right guys, so next thing after we're done polishing it, we're gonna hit the wheels. So use decked out diluted 1-to-1. Spray a little bit on my applicator pad, rub it in. This is the best tire shine you could use. Reason being, water-based, no sling, perfect and easy to use, super dilutable, highly recommend it. After we hit all the tires, it just sits perfectly nice. So that's how we hit the tires. So this is the last tire we're gonna be hitting. So as you see, it just blends perfectly on the tire. No issues whatsoever. And as you see, it gets a nice pop to the tire. So I would highly recommend this tire shine. Now let's get to the coating part. We just finished washing the vehicle, hitting the tires, all dialed in. So we're gonna be moving on to the ceramic coating. So we're gonna clean the paint. This is the most important step, to use a paint cleanser. So we're gonna use Throwback from Shine Supply. Spray a couple of mints on my towel, a little bit on the panel. Smells great. We're removing any wax or oils on the surface. This is the most important part, so the ceramic coating can bond on the surface. So after I feel like I got my section all dialed in, we're gonna move into the coating stage. So the ceramic coating we're gonna be picking today is gonna be called Pure from Gion. So let's go get it. So the coating we're gonna be picking today is Evo from Gion. So we got Throwback on the paint, all cleansed and ready to go. Get a couple of dabs on your applicator pad. Then we're gonna work by section, so shoulder by shoulder. We'll be applying the coating on the surface of the vehicle. And then I could double back around, making sure I hit every single part. I like to work in a stake motion pattern. Hit the edge, make sure you box it out. And I'll wait 30 seconds to a minute to let it flash. I'll put it on my towel right here. So I got a Costco microfiber towel. Highly recommend it, affordable, super efficient. So as I'm letting it sit, as it's seeing it's flashing, next thing I'm gonna do is come through and buff out my coating. And as you know about Gion, the ceramic coatings are super slick. Flip over my towel to remove any high spots on the paint. And ready to go. So this one has a 3-year coating, super glossy, easy to use, highly recommend it. Now I'm gonna be hitting the whole vehicle and then show you guys the results. All right, guys, so we just finished wrapping up the vehicle. We showed you how to wash it, decontaminate it, clean the wheels, correct it, and coat it. We're gonna be wrapping it up. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one.